Hi students, welcome to math class. In this class we are discussing about groups and its properties. Okay. Today I am going to solve a problem based on groups. My question is, show that this set Q plus of all positive rational numbers forms an abelian group under the operation defined by a star b equal to a into b by 2. That is my question. Okay. Remember that. Show that this set Q plus of all positive rational numbers. What do you mean by rational number? Rational number means a number of the form p by q, where q not equal to 0. Okay. Here, show that this set Q plus means the set of all positive rational numbers. It is very important. The set of all positive rational numbers forms an abelian group. What do you mean by abelian group? That means a star b equal to b star a. That is called an abelian group. We want to show that it will form an abelian group under the operation defined by a star b equal to ab by 2. Okay. How to solve this problem? Okay. Listen, the solution is here. Note that we can define Q plus. Q plus is equal to P by Q. Such that P comma Q belongs to Z plus and GCD of P comma Q is equal to 1. Okay. What is GCD? GCD means greatest common divisor. Its short form is GCD. Okay. We are defining Q plus such that Q plus is equal to the set P by Q, where P and Q belongs to Z plus, set of positive integers, and GCD of PQ is equal to 1. Okay. First we may define Q plus. Please write down on your notebook. Now we can prove it. Let first we can prove the closure property. Okay, the closure property. Let A comma B belongs to Q plus, then A star B is AB by 2. AB by 2 also belongs to Q plus. Okay, showing that Q plus is closed under the operation star. Okay, we are proving the closure property. Let A and B belongs to Q plus, then A star B equal to A into B by 2, which also belongs to Q plus. It is showing that the Q plus is closed under the operation star. Okay, this is closed under the operation star. Okay, now we can prove three axioms G1, G2, G3, and the last to prove abelian group we must satisfy G4 also. Okay, now we can do it. Okay, listen. Please write this question, and solution is starting from here. Q plus equal to this one. First we may prove the closure property. Now we can prove three axioms. Listen. Okay. Our first axiom is G1. Okay. How to prove G1? Let A comma B comma C belongs to Q plus. Let A, B, C belongs to Q plus. Okay, A, B, C belongs to Q plus. Then A star B star C equal to, what is our A star B? We know that A star B is AB by 2. Okay, AB by 2 star C. Okay, we know that this given that A star B is AB by 2. Okay, then what is A star B star C? That is AB by 2 star C, which is equal to AB by 2 into C by 2. That is equal to ABC by 2 into 2. That will become 4. Okay. We define A star B star C is equal to ABC by 4. Remember that A star B is AB by 2 star C. That will become AB by 2 into C by 2. That is equal to ABC by 4. Next, A star B star C. That is equal to A star. What is B star C? B star C is BC by 2. Okay, that is equal to A into BC by 2 divided by 2, which is equal to ABC divided by 4. Okay, from 1 and 2, this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2, we can say that A star, from 1 and 2, it is clear that A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. That is, for every A, B, C belongs to Q plus. Okay. The conclusion is, from 1 and 2, we can write, from 1 and 2, we can write, listen, this is our equation number 2. That is, ABC by 4, equation number 2. From 1 and 2, we can write A star B star C is equal to, A star B star C is equal to A star B star C for every A, B, C belongs to Q plus. That is, we are proving our first axiom G1. Okay, remember that. Let ABC belongs to Q plus, then we can define A star B star C. A star B is AB by 2, star C is AB by 2 into C by 2. That is equal to ABC by 4, equation number 1. Then the second case is A star B star C. That is equal to A star, what is B star C? BC by 2, which is equal to A into BC by 2, the whole divided by 2, equal to ABC by 4, equation number 2. Then from equation 1 and 2, it is clear that A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. That is, for every A, B, C belongs to Q plus. Therefore, first axiom is proved. Okay, G1 is proved. Now we can prove G2. Okay, listen, please write down on your notebook. Next, we can prove G2. Okay. Next, second one is G2. Okay. We are proving G2. If E is the identity element in Q plus with respect to the operation star, then we can define A star E equal to A, and that is equal to E star A. Let if G2 is if E is the identity element if E is the identity element in Q plus, if E is the identity element in Q plus with respect to the operation star, then we can define A star E is equal equal to A equal to E star A. E star A. Okay. For every A belongs to Q plus. That is, now we know that A star E equal to A, which implies what is A star E? A star E is AE by 2, that is equal to A. Okay, A star E is AE by 2, that is equal to A. That means, which implies AE equal to, here 2 is shifting to here, then this will become 2 into A. Okay, which implies AE minus 2A equal to 0, that is A into E minus 2 equal to 0. A into E minus 2 equal to 0. Since we know that A is not equal to 0, therefore E minus 2 equal to 0. That means E equal to 2. Okay. A star E equal to A, but we know that what is A star E? A star E is A into E by 2, that is equal to A. Then A equal to 2A. 2A is shifting to here, plus 2A will become minus 2A. AE minus 2A equal to 0, that is A can be taken outside, that is A into E minus 2 equal to 0. But we know that A is not equal to 0, therefore E minus 2 is equal to 0, that is E equal to 2. Therefore 2 is the identity element and belongs to Q plus. Here remember that 2 is the identity element. 2 is the identity element. That is our G2. Now we can prove G3, the third axiom. Please write down on your notebook. Now we can prove G3, third axiom. Here we get 2 is the identity. Okay. G2. Next one is G3. We are proving G3. Let A belongs to Q plus. If B is the inverse of A in Q plus with respect to the operation star, we must have, remember that A belongs to Q plus and B is the inverse of A. If B is the inverse of A and 2 is the identity element, then we can write A star B equal to 2, that is equal to B star B. Okay. A star B equal to 2, that is equal to B star B. But we know that A star B equal to 2, which implies what is A star B? We know that is AB by 2 equal to 2. Okay, AB by 2 equal to 2, which implies AB equal to 4, which implies B equal to 4 by A. Okay, AB by 2 equal to 2, then A into B is equal to 2 into 2, that is 4. Then we can write B equal to 4 by A. Okay, then B equal to 4 by A. Now A belongs to Q plus, which implies 4 by A also belongs to Q plus. Okay, if A belongs to Q plus, then 4 by A also belongs to Q plus. Therefore, the inverse of A is 4 by A. Therefore, the inverse of A is, therefore, the inverse of A is, the inverse of A is 4 by A, which is an element of Q plus. Okay, that is our third axiom G3. Now we want to prove that this group is an abelian group under the operation star. Okay, that is our G4. Please write down on your notebook. G3. The third axiom is proved here. Okay. Next, the last one, that we want to show that this is an abelian group. Okay. How to prove that it is an abelian group? Please write down. Next, the last step is, the last one is G4. G4. Okay. Commutativity. We want to prove the commutativity. We know that A star B equal to AB by 2. Okay, AB by 2. This can be written as A into B can be written as B into A by 2, which is equal to B star A. That is, our A star B is equal to B star A for every A comma B belongs to Q plus. Therefore we can write Q plus is an abelian group, under star. Okay. Remember that A star B equal to AB by 2, but A into B can be written as B into A, that is BA by 2, that is A star B equal to B star A for every A comma B belongs to Q plus. Therefore we can write Q plus is an abelian group under star. Okay. This is the solution of this problem. Okay. Please write down. Now we can do our second problem based on groups. Okay. My second question is, listen. Prove that the set C plus, what is C plus, of all non-zero, is very very important. Non-zero complex numbers is an abelian group of infinite order with respect to the multiplication of complex numbers. Okay. My second question is, listen. Prove that the set C plus, what is C plus? The set of all non-zero complex numbers. Remember that it is non-zero complex numbers is an abelian group of infinite order with respect to multiplication of complex numbers. Okay. Multiplication of complex numbers. How to do this problem? Just listen. The solution is here. First we may define C plus. C plus is equal to the set Z equal to A plus IB. Z is equal to A plus IB such that A comma B belongs to R, set of real numbers, and A square plus B square not equal to 0. Okay. First we may define C plus. C plus is the set of all Z equal to A plus IB for A and B belongs to R, and A square plus B square not equal to 0. Okay. First we may define C plus. C plus as this one. Okay. Now we want to prove that the closure property. How to prove the closure property? Let Z1 equal to A plus IB. Z1 equal to A1 plus IB1. Okay. Z1 equal to A1 plus IB1. Then we can define A1 square plus b1 square not equal to 0. Okay. First, z1 equal to a1 plus ib1. Remember that a1 square plus b1 square not equal to 0. And z2 equal to a2 plus ib2. Here is also a2 square plus b2 square not equal to 0. Okay. We are defining two complex numbers. First one is z1, that is a1 plus ib1, and z2 a2 plus ib2. Now, what is z1 into z2? z1 into z2 is equal to a1 plus ib1 into a2 plus ib2, which is equal to a1 a2 minus b1 b2. First one is a1 a2 minus b1 b2 plus I into a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay. Listen. Z1 is a1 plus ib1, z2 is a2 plus ib2. Then we are finding out the product of two complex numbers, that is z1 into z2, that is equal to a1 plus ib1 into a2 plus ib2, that is equal to a1 a2 minus b1 b2. Okay, this is the real part of the complex number, plus I into a1 b2 minus a2 b1, that is the imaginary part of the complex number. Okay, it is clear that the product of two complex numbers is again a complex number. Okay, when we are multiplying two complex numbers, we get another complex number. Therefore, it remains to again a complex number, which is again a complex number. Now it remains to show that z1 into z2 is non-zero. How to prove that z1 into z2 is non-zero? First you may write this solution. Then we can move to your next step. Please write down on your notebook. Okay, I am going to write the next step. Next step is listen. Listen, we get z1 into z2 is equal to a1 a2 minus b1 b2 plus I into a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay. Now it remains to show that z1 into z2 is non-zero. If z1 into z2 is 0, then the real and imaginary part of z1 into z2 is 0. That is, here the real part is this one, that is a1 a2 minus b1 b2 equal to 0, comma the imaginary part a1 b2 minus a2 b1 equal to 0. Okay, if this condition holds, if and only if both a1 equal to 0, b1 equal to 0, or both a2 equal to 0, b2 equal to 0. Okay, which is impossible since it is given that z1 equal to a1 plus ib1, which is not equal to 0, and z2 equal to a2 plus ib2, which is also not equal to 0. Therefore, for every z1 comma z2 in C plus, therefore for every z1 comma z2 in C plus, then z1 into z2 is also belongs to C plus. That is, which shows the closure property of multiplication in C plus. Okay, please write down. Next, we are going to prove the three axioms, that is G1, G2, G3 and G4. We want to prove it. Okay, please write down. It is clear that Z1, Z2 belongs to C plus, then Z1 into Z2 belongs to C plus, which satisfies the closure property. Okay. Next, we can prove the three axioms. First one is G1. First we are proving the first axiom, that is G1. Okay, G1. We can prove G1. We know that the multiplication of complex numbers is always associative. Okay, first we want to prove the G1, first axiom. We know that the multiplication of complex numbers is always associative. For example, if Z1, Z2 and Z3 are two complex numbers, then Z1 into Z2 into Z3 is equal to Z1 into Z2 Z3. Okay, that is our first axiom. Remember that multiplication of complex numbers is always associative. That is Z1 into Z2 into Z3 is equal to Z1 into Z2 into Z3. Okay, first axiom. And G2, second axiom is the element 1 equal to 1 can be written as 1 plus I into 0 belongs to C plus, set of complex numbers, is the identity element for multiplication. That is Z into 1 is equal to A plus IB into 1 is 1 plus I0, I into 0, which is equal to A plus IB, which is equal to 1 into Z, for every Z belongs to C plus. Okay, remember that the element 1 is the identity element. 1 can be written as in the form 1 plus I0, that is the standard form of a complex number is A plus IB, where A and B are set of real numbers. Here 1 can be written as 1 plus I into 0 belongs to C plus. Then Z into 1, what is Z? A plus IB is Z. Z into 1 plus I0, that is equal to A plus IB, which is equal to 1 into Z, for every Z belongs to C plus. Okay, then now G3, we can prove G3, the third axiom. G3 is let x plus iy, let x plus iy be the inverse of any element A plus IB, then we can write x plus iy into A plus IB equal to 1. This is equal to A plus IB into x plus iy. Okay, one is the identity element. Okay, here listen, x plus iy into A plus ib is equal to 1, which is equal to A plus ib into x plus iy. Okay, that is listen, which implies, I am writing here, which implies ax minus by plus I into ay plus bx. Ay minus dx equal to 1 plus I into 0. That is ax minus by equal to 1 comma ay minus bx equal to 0. Okay, then it is clear that just listen, if x plus iy is the inverse of a plus ib, that is if x plus iy is the inverse of a plus ib, then this can be written as into a minus ib divided by a minus ib, that is equal to a minus ib divided by a square plus b square, that is x equal to a by a square plus b square, that is the real part, and then y equal to minus b by a square plus b square. Okay, here is a into a is a square minus ib the whole square, that is minus b square. Minus into minus will become plus a minus ib by a square plus b square. Therefore, the real part is x equal to a by a square plus b square and y equal to minus b by a square plus b square. Therefore, x square plus y square equal to, that is x square plus y square, that is equal to a square plus b square divided by a square plus b square the whole square, which is equal to 1 by a square plus b square, which is, we know that it is not equal to 0. Therefore, x plus iy can be written as a by a square plus b square plus I into, that is, listen, that is here x plus iy is equal to, what is x? X is a by a square plus b square plus I into b, that is b minus b by a square plus b square. Okay, that is the inverse of a plus ib is a by a square x plus iy. Inverse of a plus ib is x plus iy. Okay, now the last step is we want to prove that multiplication of a complex number is commutative. Therefore, it is an abelian group. That means, you know that z1 into z2 is equal to z2 into z1. That is, multiplication of a complex number is commutative. Therefore, it is an abelian group, and since C plus has infinite number of elements, therefore C plus is an infinite abelian group. Okay, that is the conclusion of our problem. Okay, thank you for watching. For more educational videos, please subscribe our channel. If you have any doubt, then please write down on the comment box below.